What is up, everybody? Hey, did you know? It's okay if you didn't, because I didn't know this. But did you know that your nervous system is the main interface that you have between your internal identity and your external projection of reality? This is what the Akashic Records have invited me to see this week, and I am so excited to throw down and share with y'all. What's up, Terry? Please say hello to me once you get here. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If this is the first time we are meeting, my name is Emily Harrison. I'm the founder director here inside the Akashic Academy. I train visionaries, thought leaders, and difference makers how to exit the world of ordinary mind. Because what happens in our ordinary mind? We experience limitation, we experience thought looping, we experience false belief systems, we experience playing small. These are all symptoms of the human condition. It's okay. Our soul signed up to learn. All right. However, one thing that we have seemingly forgotten, although I'm here to help you all remember, is that we are not limited to our human mind. Our human mind is here to serve us in a very important way. We can tap into universal consciousness, the one mind, and fill in the pieces where we have questions about our life, where I always say intuition. Intuition is the key to tap into this space, the Akashic Records. And I'm going to share more with y'all about how to do it today. All right. But when we tap into this field of infinite intelligence, what you will encounter is your soul's record. So, a record from the highest perspective possible, the perspective of unconditional love and zero judgment, a record of every thought, every decision, every action that you have taken, not only in this incarnation, in other incarnations as well. And when we learn to tap into the frequency of our Akashic Records, we can download instantaneous soul level wisdom, guidance, clarity for your life. Okay. You, in essence, become your own teacher, your own guru, your own leader, your own therapist, your own healer. And it doesn't mean that we don't still need these people in our lives. You just stop you have to, it's all inside of you. Say hi to, on that note, say hi to Mama, everybody. We got Mama in the house today. Say hello once you get here. Kimberly Griffiths, yo, so good to see you. All right, so in this episode, I am going to share with you what the Akashic Records revealed to me about the nervous system this week. One, it's important to recognize when our nervous systems are dysregulated. So many of us think that it takes really big trauma to dysregulate the nervous system. And yes, big trauma will dysregulate your nervous system. However, there are a variety of things that we experience here in the 3D world, the earth plane that we are on here, that creates a distortion in our field. All right. So we're going to talk about that today so that you can get your nervous system regulated. I have been painfully aware about how dysregulated my nervous system has been over the past 10 years, even though I've been successful, even though I teach spiritual work, which is why I'm bringing this and sharing with y'all today, because truly we are being invited into a time here on the planet of massive evolution. It's going to require identity change from each one of us. And in order to change your identity, our nervous systems have to be calm. I'm going to explain why and how you can get your nervous system into feeling calm very, very quickly. I'm going to give you my top 3 Akashic tips. Okay? And after we do a little bit of training here together, I will also channel for you from the Akashic Records. All right. So if you have questions, areas of your life where you feel stuck, where you need help, where you need support, light up my chat box with your questions, and I will circle back and tap in and bring forward some wisdom, guidance, and clarity. And medicine will also, that's another cool aspect of what will happen today, is not only will I, channel unique answers for you, for us. And by the way, those unique answers, if they illuminate for you, the question asker, as well as you sitting in the audience, but you maybe didn't ask the question, but you feel like that guidance is for you, it is your guides speaking to you through synchronicity today. All right, and then I'll also bring through some energy medicine, some transmissions that will help us shift out of the old frequencies. All right. All right. Keep saying hello once you get here. How many of you also feel like you might have some upset stuff going on in your nervous system? All right, so here are, I'm going to grab my notes here, y'all, and we're just going to dive right in. Let's first of all talk about like what really dysregulates the nervous system. Yes, spend as much time in nature as possible. That will 100% regulate your nervous system. So one thing that really surprised me that the Akashic Records showed me that will create a dysregulation in your nervous system is constant uncertainty. Anybody living in constant uncertainty in your life? That one got me. Not knowing if support is going to show up. That's been a big one for me. Not knowing if money is going to show up. Any entrepreneurs out there responsible completely for yourself when it comes to sourcing and resourcing your good, your wealth here on the planet? I'm new venturing into that in this lifetime, becoming an entrepreneur. So I definitely have experienced that along the way. Not knowing if you're doing enough. Uncertainty will dysregulate your nervous system. We have uncertainty in our world at large right now. Yo, you hear that? Anybody in terms of uncertainty? Self-abandonment. So self-abandonment can be as simple as ignoring your body's signals. If your body says, I'm tired, I need to rest, and you don't do it, you are self-abandoning. And that's okay. Now that you know, you'd be like, no, I love you more than that. I'm going to show up for you. I take naps almost every day. Okay, good. This is making sense. Thank you, Kimberly. Yes. Thank you for letting me know that this is making sense and landing. False identity programs will also dysregulate your nervous system. Beliefs like I have to hold on to everything. If I rest, I fall behind. Like I said, that's a big one. Well, it used to be a big one for me, and now I nap all the time. I'm only valuable when I'm producing. Okay, huge. This one, huge for me, huge for me, huge for me. Okay, so one thing that happened to me and where I did not seek healing in my nervous system was the 20 years that I spent in Hollywood as a Hollywood actress, okay? Living in constant uncertainty, not knowing where my next job is going to come from, talking myself into taking jobs that I didn't really want to take. And no, it wasn't nothing dirty, y'all. It was a soap opera, okay? It was not porn. My mom is here, by the way. No adult movies. You won't find me in any adult movies. Never along the way. You'll find me in probably some bad infomercials though. Okay. So in Hollywood, definitely that identity of constantly producing. I'm only as good as the next job, the next role that I get. And this became a recurring pattern, a recurring loop in my identity. And what would happen is you guys have probably heard my story. I dedicated myself to the craft of acting. Oh, my acting friend is here too. Say hi to Shannon, everybody. Didn't I? Shannon, we lived, breathed, slept, acting. Everything was about honing this craft of acting. And I got better and I got a lot of jobs. However, what I wasn't prepared for were all the jobs that I was going to miss out on along the way, because it's a numbers game. Okay. I missed out on huge roles. Pearl Harbor, a show called Felicity. I don't know if y'all remember that show. The Avengers, like a scary movie, the Scary Movie franchise. Like I could go on and on and on. Okay. And here's the truth is that when I didn't get those roles, when I was down to the last couple girls and I did not get those roles, there was a disappointment in my heart that I felt like made me look weak if I voiced this disappointment. So I shoved it, I swallowed it over and over and over again. And what happened is that disappointment began to become the loudest voice inside of me. Disappointment that I had failed, right? And so as this voice of disappointment echoed through my being that I did not pay attention to, it began to come out everywhere. Well, okay, I say everywhere. On the remember, I'm an actress, y'all. And to a certain degree, we're all actors, we're all actresses, right? So I was on the outside, it looked like I had my shit together, but on the inside, I was having meltdowns, I was crumbling, I was snapping at my kids. Okay. So what I recognized was the constant swallowing of this disappointment caused that voice, false belief system, to speak very loudly to me, but eventually unhinged every aspect of my being to where I couldn't stay calm in situations where I really wanted to stay calm. All right. I'm going to keep going through my notes here. Let me know if this is resonating with y'all too, by the way. Okay. So I want to find the place in my notes here where, like, what does it look like when your nervous system is dysregulated? Okay. So those are the things that dysregulate your nervous system. Ooh, this is a good one too. Incongruence, saying that you're okay when you're not okay. Leading when you feel unsure. Okay. It creates internal friction. It creates, what's that one that we all experience as well? Imposter syndrome, right? It creates imposter syndrome. Let's see. Okay, yes. Signs that your nervous system is dysregulated. This one I feel like is really important. You're fine until you're not. Kimberly, resonating that being good. I'm glad we're good. And the good news is, Kimberly, is we're also going to shift and fix this. We're going to rewire ourselves today. All right, so hang in there. Saying you're fine when you're not. If you overthink at night, your nervous system is probably dysregulated. You're productive, but you're tense. Can totally be me. You snap when you're tired. You feel pressure even in good moments. You fantasize about disappearing. Okay. Another quick story. Y'all know that I'm producing a docuseries right now, right? About the incredible work that we do on Mount Shasta. It is mystical. It is magical. We go every year over Lionsgate and we harness the vortex energy of the mountain, which is the root chakra of the planet. So as you take intentions into that vortex, you align from your root, from your base to the timeline of your highest potential. If that's what you're looking for when you go in, and that's what we're looking for. I like to actualize. I like to create. That's what we're here for. So using these planetary vortexes to increase our ability to create on this planet, that's what I'm all about. So tapping in, figuring out what your soul purpose, what your mission is, and then creating it. That's what Mount Shasta is all about. Why did I go derail on this? Choosing the docuseries. Oh, yes. Now I know. Okay. So this is year number 6 that we have gone to Mount Shasta and we've got the documentary film crew there. All right. Former actress. Y'all think I'm excited about having this film? Yes, part of me is excited about having the film crew there. They're all set up. They're filming the guests. The opening ceremonies are starting. My team's got everything under control. I'm hiding back in the woods. I'm going to make a big entrance. And in that moment, I wasn't really excited, to be honest with you. My nervous system was on overload. And I noticed this thought going through my mind. And then I shifted myself and I moved back into excitement. All right. But if I'm really honest, I noticed the moment where I said to myself, why am I doing all of this? I could be waiting tables. That is a sign, y'all, that your nervous system is dysregulated and you need to come out here, hang out here with me in my sacred classroom, and we got to fix ourselves up. Okay. All right. So what regulation feels like? Y'all want to know what it feels like when you're regulated? Let me know. Yeah. Shasta is definitely an amplification portal. Another powerful thing about Mount Shasta, not only is it the root chakra of the planet, it is also an intergalactic gateway. So one of the reasons that we go at Lionsgate is this is a very spiritual alignment with our spiritual sun, Sirius, which is a gateway into Great Central Sun. And the codes of the Leo, the lion, our power, they come in, they land first there on Mount Shasta. So we're grounding them in there. Mount Shasta. That's why we go. All right. All right. So let's talk about what it feels like once you get regulated. Your breath is going to deepen naturally. We definitely want our breath regulated. All right. Because our body follows the breath. So if you can learn to breathe slower, deeper, more naturally, you're going to have a longer life. You're going to be able to access more of your power. Your thoughts are going to slow down. Anybody have crazy looping thoughts? What I'm going to share with you today, the processes we're going to go through, it's going to slow down your thoughts. Okay. After you regulate your nervous system, your decisions feel clean. Your intuition feels calm. You don't rush. You trust your timing. You rest without guilt. You receive without fear. Okay. You want to know what becomes possible for you? You'll enter coherence. You'll access the field. Manifestation will become effortless. Creativity will flow. Your relationships will soften. Your money will stabilize. Your health will improve. And your joy will return and increase. If you want some of that, say aho, say amen, say and so it is. Say yo, yo, ma. I don't know. Say whatever you want. Let me know. Let me know that this is landing for you. All right. So let me give you now. I'm going to give you the teaching and then the shift. That's how you know. So far, what we've covered is how you know if your system is dysregulated, how you can identify that, and why you want to shift it and change it. Because you got to know why. You know, Simon Sinek says you got to start with why. If you don't know why this is so important, you're not going to want to do it. Okay, so let's talk about how our nervous system is tied to the field, right? To the field of reality that's all around us. The nervous system is the main interface that is regulating energy from inside of our body, our identity, who we are and how we feel, and creating feedback loops with the ether, the holographic reality, what looks to be very concrete. It's not actually, it's a projection, and it can change based on our perception. However, it only changes based on our perception. And our perception of who we are, our identity, who we feel safe being, plays a huge role in this process. Okay, so the thing that I want to keep illuminating, keep hitting today is recognizing that your nervous system is the interface. We're taught about our organs, we're taught about our muscles, we're taught about our brains, but we're never taught that the nervous system is the interface between consciousness and reality. Every thought, emotion, belief, identity signal goes through your nervous system into the outer world, and then your nervous system receives it as the feedback loop comes back, okay? So this is how the feedback loop works. It's who I believe I am from the inside, who I believe I am, how my body responds to that. So the belief about who you are creates a resonance, a frequency within your body. Your nervous system shoots that frequency out into the field. Okay? That's how you act, shoots it out into the field. Then you sit back and you look and you experience based on what you're putting out into the field. Okay? What you experience comes back to you and reflects back to you what you believe that you are. So if you have false programs running in your mind, even if you're not aware of them, and the vast majority of our programs we're not aware of. Okay. So these false belief systems that I have running in my mind are creating a particular frequency within my body that's affecting my behaviors, my emotions, that are sending that energy out into the projected reality. Okay. That creates a feedback loop, that creates an experience for myself, that reflects back to me who I am. So as I have these false belief systems and I'm sitting in the woods, the experience that gets reflected back to me based on my nervous system is, this is too much. Okay. And that got reflected back to me. Now, the cool thing is that I was able to recognize the thought, like once the feedback loop got back to me and I saw myself in that moment, and I realized, hang on a second, that's incongruent with who I am. Then I started making the shifts and changes on the inside of me. I started breathing. I was in nature. I was grounding. We're going to talk about all of those things. Okay. All right. But let me know if that's making sense, how your thoughts, your emotions, your nervous system are playing into this feedback loop that are creating reality. Okay. Here's why change is so hard, and what most people don't realize is that your nervous system isn't actually designed to make you happy or keep you happy. It's designed to keep your identity safe. Whatever identity you choose about yourself. Okay. Even if the identity is stressful, limiting, or painful, safe feels familiar. Oh, I got a good little like mic drop about the identity and the nervous system. Hang on, let me look for it. Oh yes, okay. Why the nervous system must be calm to change. If your nervous system is dysregulated, that's the only thing that it will seek is familiarity, not expansion. Okay? Your nervous system will keep you safe and will keep you familiar. So if we want to change our outside world, and that's why I said the nervous system is the secret to healing, to manifesting, to having stronger intuition, is because that's the interface that's going to make it so for you or reject it for you. The healing, the manifestation, the peace, the intuition, whatever it is that you want in your life, whatever it is that you desire to experience, you came here with the ability to create and experience that. Okay? And in order to do that, we have to work on shifting our internal identity first so that the nervous system can be calm. Okay, let me go back to why your nervous system must be calm. Yeah, if your nervous system is dysregulated, it's going to seek familiarity, not expansion. It will reject new identity signals. It will interpret growth as a threat. Because it feels like it's a death of the ego, really. Good. Is this landing for y'all? Good. Great intel. Yeah, I'm glad that this is landed for y'all. All right, so let me see if there's anything else that I need to tell you before we fix it. Dysregulated nervous system, that's what it looks like. Y'all ready to fix it? Y'all ready to dive in and fix it? I'm ready. Yep, I think we've gone through all of these notes, all of these notes, all of these notes. Awesome. What becomes possible when we regulate? Okay. I'm going to give you my 3 Akashic downloads for how you can regulate the nervous system. Lisa says, amen. I love you, Lisa. Which, Lisa, by the way, the work that we did in Advanced Jedi class yesterday with the dreaming, I need to leave y'all a message. It was crazy. It worked. So in my advanced training, we called in dream teachers. And I didn't even realize that mine worked until I started dream journaling this morning. Holy cow. So Lisa, I'll share that with you. All right. So back to regulation of our nervous system. Number one way to regulate the nervous system very quickly, according to my Akashic Records, is shake it off, y'all. Y'all have done trembling horse with me before. All right. I'm giggling because I'm going to look ridiculous. And some of y'all, I don't mind looking ridiculous in front of, but some of y'all, I still want to look cool in front of. I'm just saying. Okay. So here is the trembling horse that I learned from my dear friend Kai Van Bodie. It is a Qigong move, a Taoist Qigong move that helps to release tension from the nervous system. All right. So I explained, not only are we sending that information out and our nervous system is responding based on what's going on in our thoughts and our minds, we're also interpreting the signals like from the outside world. Okay. So if you're scrolling, if you're stressed, if you're participating in activities that drain your energy, your nervous system takes on static energy. And the fastest way to drain it is get your arms up like here, like football pose. Okay, we're going to shake. Start with the hands. Then it goes into the body, all the way down the body. And it's like a wave that ripples through your body, and you shake it all out. Okay. You also need to make a ridiculous noise with your lips. This is why it's called trembling horse. It goes a little something like, okay. All right, let's do it. Get your arms up. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Do it again. Let's look like idiots again. One more time. Ready? Good. Okay. Here is what I love about trembling horse that the Akashic Records have also shared with me. And that is they brought into my awareness the prophecy. It's a Native American prophecy about the 5th turning here of the planet, this evolutionary cycle that we're currently in, where there is a potential that we could wipe civilization again. Y'all. And in order to reset and wipe civilization, the prophecy of the 5th turning is the great shaking of Mother Earth. Okay. What the records have helped me to understand is one, our bodies are a holographic representation of Mother Earth. And there's a layer in Mother Earth's consciousness. And as we go down through the crust of Mother Earth, then there's the realm of the roots, the medicine. All of the medicine that we need here on the planet exists in that realm of consciousness. Likewise, every bit of medicine that we need to heal ourselves exists within our bodies as well. Okay. And this does not mean that we don't sometimes need outside. All right. However, the fact that we have this medicine within, what that tells me is that we can actually avoid the great shake of Mother Earth if we like shake through our bodies and we release our own nervous systems. Like if we heal our nervous systems, y'all, the Mother Earth will not need to do that big old shake. I got to scoot my chair back in. Okay. So let me know if that's landing for you the way it did for me. I was like, so the records make me feel so smart. I love the records. All right. So shaking is the number one way to, according to my Akashic Records, let me just say that. Footnote it there. Don't write in. Y'all can get your own top 10 ways or top 3 ways and have your own damn show. Okay. And I won't write in. Way number 2, according to my Akashic Records, is breath. Okay. Breath is also an interface consciousness. I want you to think about your breath as the substance, the energy that bridges the physical and the non-physical world. Okay. Breath is an interface, and your body will follow your breath. Now, here's the deal. You can't expect that you're going to stop and breathe and remember to breathe the next time your ass gets triggered. Okay. You will not wake up within the dream that is life and remember some great tool that I taught you here that you ain't never practiced before. You're like, Emily, I breathe all the time. Yes, we breathe all the time. We breathe unintentionally all the time. Breathing with intention, with mindfulness. And I don't care what kind of breath work you love. Some of y'all love Wim Hof out there. I don't care if you box breathe, if you just breathe slowly. Good grammar. Slowly is an adverb. If you breathe slowly, you will begin to regulate your nervous system, any kind of conscious breath at all. You have to practice, though, all day long. You have to create a new habit so that your body will actually think and remember in that moment. It's like we talked about in dream class with lucid dreaming. You do dream checks to help yourself wake up and realize that you're dreaming. But you don't just practice it in the dream. You actually practice it in the waking world. Am I dreaming? No, I'm not dreaming because I'm here doing the show. And then in an hour, I'll ask myself again, am I dreaming? And then in an hour, I'll ask myself again, am I dreaming? And then in an hour, I'll ask myself again. And my brain starts to rehearse this until it starts to happen automatically. And then I ask myself in the dreamscape. And as I look around, I'm going to notice something that's not real and be like, oh yeah, I am dreaming. All right. Our Native American friends believe that the spirit world is even more real, that the astral world even more real than this world that we're experiencing here, that this is the dream. And healing our nervous systems, choosing our reactions, our behaviors, is waking up within the dream. It's getting lucid within the dream that is life. Okay. All right, so breath is way number 2 that my Akashic Records say. And the third way that my Akashic Records say for y'all to regulate your nervous system really quickly is to program your damn cells. Consciously programming ourselves. Okay, so here's what the records reminded me is that our bodies are 75, 85, somewhere in there percent water. Water is a highly programmable substance. Think of Masaru Emoto's work with The Secret Life of Water. We can reprogram ourselves very easily. How can we reprogram ourselves? Here's what I like. I am statements out loud. I tell people whether you believe in the Big Bang or whether you believe God spoke the universe into existence, sound is the fundamental tool of creation. Your cells are listening. Okay. When I fall down, which doesn't happen very often, I don't hurt myself. When was the last time I actually fell down? Probably a year ago when I was dancing and I broke my wrist. Maybe hiking. Almost fell down a couple times hiking. But if I hurt myself, if I physically injure my body, the first thing that I will start saying out loud is my cells are healing, my cells are healed, because my cells are listening. Okay, so when consciously programming yourself, I like I am statements, and we're going to do it right now. So we're going to go into our reprogram. Invite everybody to sit up nice and straight. Feel all 4 corners of your feet on the floor. We're going to use the crystalline tube of light. This is a piece of ancient technology that you all come wired with. It runs up and down the spine, and it responds to your intention. So I want you now to anchor it into the core of Mother Earth, into the core of this planet. Ground yourselves. Send that crystalline tube of light outside the top of your head, all the way up through the layers of space and time, exiting the universe, exiting the multiverse. Inhale as you anchor into the Akash. All it is, and just take a few moments to breathe and open up that channel. Okay. Now the energies are going to come spiraling in. I want you to call energy up from Mother Earth. This is embodiment energy. This energy will spiral up the crystalline tube of light. Okay, this will bring online your potential, your full potential, your divine blueprint. If you are doing this right now with me, is fully illuminated in your cells under your direction, under your intention right now. Okay, that's the energy that's spiraling up the crystalline tube right now. It's illuminating your potential. The energy that's spiraling down the crystalline tube is the intelligence of your soul. that will illuminate specifically for you what it means for you to fully be in your potential. You will begin to think thoughts, emotions that are aligned with the truth of who you are. Okay, so just spend a few minutes present with these frequencies as they're running through your being. I want you to drop your mind, the consciousness from your mind into your heart. Your monkey minds will try to tell you you're doing it wrong. Yeah, just go drop into the heart mind consciousness. Boop, heart mind. Your heart mind knows exactly what it's doing. Okay, I want you to tell your system right now that we're reprogramming the nervous system. We're moving the nervous system back into homeostasis, into regulation. Okay, we're going to use the mantras. I am safe. I am safe. That's the main thing our nervous system is looking for, is calm. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. And what is it that you want to experience in your life? Okay, I am safe to experience radiant health and vitality. If you want it, claim it. I am safe to experience pleasure and joy in my body. If you want it, name it and claim it. It's yours. Good. You guys like that sentence? The best sentence. I am safe. Good. I'm glad that's landing. Okay. I am safe to experience abundance and prosperity. AKA, I am safe to know my worth and value. Okay. Now, this is beginning the reprogramming for you all today. This does not mean that we dealt with the trauma, the false belief systems. Okay, because if you have been running false belief systems that are telling your cells otherwise, that vibrational frequency, that coherence gets stuffed in your body and it needs to be removed. Okay, that is work that can be done very easily with your Akashic Records. So if you do have a hunch that you got more work to do, I'll invite you to, actually, here's what I'll do. If you do feel like you have more work to do, and you want to explore doing it in the Akashic Records, in the description there's an opportunity for a free call with me. There's also a badass training that will activate your intuition so that you can become very good at reading your Akashic Records. Okay, if you want to stop second guessing yourself, you want to stop draining energy from your mental looping, that's an overuse of your logical mind. You got to activate the intuitive mind. That free training will do it for you. In 15 seconds a day, your intuition will become a reliable source of wisdom. Good stuff. All right, so I want to point you in the direction of those resources if you feel like you want more support. Oh, and by the way, we're about to do questions and answers. So if you want more support, just start firing up my chat box here with your questions. So yes, Tone's just smart, y'all. So I'm just putting his comments up here for y'all so you can read them. All right. Michael says, my body is warning me every day. I don't want to be here. Well, there's a lot of shifting and changing here on the planet. I'm going to dive right into this for you, Michael. And anybody else who wants to ask personal questions or share with me areas where you feel like you are struggling, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'll get back to the other announcements in just a bit. I have some announcements for y'all where you can come hang out pretty soon. But I did want to point out some resources that you can utilize in the comments if you do want more support. Okay. Michael says, my body is warning me every day, but I don't want to be here. My body is warming me every day. Okay. Let's talk about people not wanting to be here right now. I'm going to be really honest with you all. We're going through a very big shift and change. If you are here, your soul has agreed to be here. There will be, I think, this is my hunch, this is what the records have shared with me, is that there will be a lot of souls that are done with their support here. helping the planet to ascend, and they will exit. They won't be here. Okay. Not everybody is meant to walk all the stages of the evolutionary process. Some of us are. We're going to see it through start to finish. And there are a whole lot of souls that are done. And will exit, will not be helping from this side, but will help from other planes of consciousness. Not my rule. Comes from the Akashic Records, and I like you can see the uncomfortability in my body, right? I I'm I'm relaxing into it too, because I'm seeing it start to happen. Disappearance of souls that yeah are here to assist from other planes of consciousness, the other side. And that also is a paradigm that we're currently being asked to rewrite as we move from the old earth to the new earth. Yes, our humans get sad when our loved ones cross over and we experience them from other dimensions. And when we learn that there's no separation and we continue that relationship and to experience that, we won't suffer anymore. All right. But you see, there's still part of my nervous system that's plugged into the old paradigm. Right. That wants to feel safe. And again, that's the other thing that I want to say about, we're so hard on ourselves and we have so much shame about me too. Like I did too, about, back in my Hollywood days, I had shame about voicing a very natural human response to not getting a role of a lifetime. Bummed me out. Okay. It's the human condition. It's weird. It's weird how powerful we are, yet how sensitive we are. And so we shouldn't be so hard on ourselves or try to say everything is fine. Y'all, we live in a very dense reality where there is distortion coming freaking right and left. I'm like, I'm fine. It's kind of nuts when you look at it that way. All right, so let me see. Let's bring in an energy activation for, first of all, if you're feeling like you don't want to be here. There also, I feel like there are those of us who feel that way because we're tired, we're exhausted, we haven't expressed the true feelings that we're feeling yet. We're not meant to exit. We are definitely meant to be here. And Source, your higher self, wants you to have a grand old time while you are here, because that is possible. The 5D, the states of peace, love, joy, abundance, beauty, harmony, it's all around you if you tap into it. And okay, so that's the shift. The guides want to work on healing the fundamental break in the human psyche where we began to see everything through the lens of negativity. Okay, I want you to close your eyes, look up underneath your eyes so that you get that little jumping there. If you want to know what it looks and feels like to experience yourself through the lens of positivity and what is possible, through the lens of a great sense of humor about yourself, you can say yes now. And then I want you to swipe left and right with your eyes like a windshield. Okay. All right. So that is the quantum, the energy work, the shift. Now let's do a little bit deeper work. Let's go into really changing the identity. Okay. Y'all have probably heard about Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton. You guys, some smart peoples out there. And they talk about epigenetic coding. Epigenetic coding refers to the parts of our DNA, our genes specifically, that are illuminated and active, or the parts of our genes that lie dormant. And there are ways that we're learning to flip this epigenetic coding on and off. I want you to consider that's what we're doing here today as we are honing in on identity. Okay, we just reprogrammed ourselves to see things through the positive framework rather than so much negative. Now we got to do a little acting exercise. We got to figure out, who am I going to be in these situations in my life if I'm showing up from the more positive perspective? Okay. So imagining who you are. So think about it this way. There are going to be parts of your personality that are turned on right now that shit's got to go. Okay. If you're a Debbie Downer and you complaining about everything when you walk into the room, that part of your identity, maybe we'll call that your epigenetic coding. Let's flip that part off and then flip on the part that walks in and starts seeing everything that's right and that's beautiful. Okay. Imagine that right now. You got to try it on. You got to rehearse it because we're not that version of ourselves yet. And here's the other truth. While we're really excited, we're all pumped up and we're like, fuck yeah, next time I go into a room, I'm going to be so positive. Probably the next time you walk into a room, you're still going to complain because it takes a while. But you'll catch yourself this time, and hopefully you won't be too hard on yourself. You'll laugh like, oh yeah, Emily told me that I was going to get it wrong many times before I got it right. And that's okay. That's the human condition. But that's the next part of what really makes transformation, what makes healing, what makes manifestation, what makes it work, is we've got to figure out, who am I now? And what is that feedback loop? What is that subconscious frequency program, that key code that I'm going to be sending out? Okay. So think about the next time one of your triggers happens to you, practice being positive, just being calm. Yeah. And that right there is a moment. It's a powerful, profound moment where you take your freedom back. You take your sovereignty back. Okay. Give yourself a round for that work. That was very good work. We did nervous system reprogramming. We reprogrammed the original break in the human psyche, all in a day's work. All right, let's get some more questions here. Kimberly said, I am taking time out as I'm feeling most people right now are unconsciously draining my energy. Okay, Kimberly, I'm gonna offer you an up level right there. I'm taking a time out because I need to rest, because I'm unconsciously giving away my energy. Cool. That was me chewing a bite of the shit sandwich, as my dad used to say. And he still says, all right, just a playful way to take radical responsibility. The more responsibility that we take, the more powerful we are. Shannon's loving himself some neuroscience here. People can feel it. I did an amazing sound bath in Salt Cave and met fellow friends from Atlantis right now. Awesome. That's very, very good. Okay, I'm scrolling through here, guys, looking for some more questions. Who else has a question that you'd like me to tap in and channel from the records today? I'm scrolling. Oh, I'll put Shannon's comment up there. He's referring to my acting days. I was decent. I had some moments though that were cringy. All right. Forgive me if I do not see your questions here on my screen. I feel like I have gone through all of them that I see. Pardon me if I miss one. Also, if you are sharing questions and I do not see them here, I will try to go back and make sure that I find them on the other platforms that we're on. Sev says, I don't understand you. I don't know if it's a language barrier or if maybe I just rambled too much, but you're sure I'm right. Thank you. Thanks for being a believer. All right, last call for questions. If you guys have any questions, I do want to share with you, check this out, Mount Shasta. Okay, that is, let me take that off. Okay. Those are light codes, y'all. There is, hang on, let me do it one more time. Check it, wait, wait, there we go. Nothing photoshopped about me. Those are the light codes of activation that align you to your highest purpose and mission, activating your DNA, helping to illuminate in your field what your potential is, what your mission is here on the planet. So fun. So fun, so fun, so fun. I'm going to go in reverse order. So Mount Shasta happens in August at Lionsgate. We've also got Sedona, Rise of the Guardians, which is going to be epic. Did I say epic? Come check out what's going on at Rise of the Guardians in Sedona. We are going to be opening a Stargate. Didn't say that out loud. And come join me at Conscious Life Expo next week. Y'all, next week, I have been down the rabbit hole with my team preparing the show that we have for you. It's really, I mean, that's going to be epic too. It's like nothing that I've ever brought to stage. I am super duper excited. All right. You'll find links for all of those things in. I'm here. I'm a pro. She's a pro. She's a pro. All right. Thanks for being here. I love hanging out with you guys on Wednesdays. I definitely get a powerful boost of energy. If this show has been powerful, it's been helpful for you, please share it out. The more of us that step into our power and do the work to clear the density in our field and tap into our greatness, we are going to create magic, heaven on earth, excitement, fun, beauty together. Okay. This session's been amazing. Thank you, my friend. I love you guys. All right. And I will see you back here again next week. I'll come hang with you before I take off for LA. All right. So keep jamming in your Akash the rest of this week, guys. And I'll see you next Wednesday.
The Akashic Records hold all information, past, present, and future, and are available to assist you now.
Do you seek answers within yourself but don't know if you can trust your intuition? Do you desire positive change in life but feel unsupported by others? Do you suffer from failure to execute but have hit your point of enough? Not only have I been there, but I have found my way out, and so can you. The Akashic Records are your key to understanding any area of stagnation and hold solutions to your greatest challenges. My mission is to teach you everything I know about the Akashic Records, how to use them with mastery, while always staying in beginner's mind, which will keep you humble yet powerful. It's all within you. Come, let me show you.
What have I gained from the Akashic Records? Reading the Akashic Records has strengthened and deepened my intuition, and at the same time allowed me to build a deeper connection with the inner wisdom of my gut and my heart in order to be able to support and challenge the decisions that I've made in my head.
Learning to read the Akashic Records helped me to cultivate the courage and the knowledge to start a new business. It helped guidance become clearer. It helped me become more confident for my entire life moving forward.